He didn't lose because he was weak. He didn't fall because he lacked power. He fell because he trusted one decision more than reality itself. This is not a war story. This is a mind story. Adolf Hitler didn't begin as a monster. He began as a nobody, a failed artist, a broken soldier, a man humiliated by defeat and poverty. Germany, after World War I, was bleeding, its pride shattered, its people starving, its identity stolen. And Hitler understood something others didn't. People don't follow logic, they follow emotion. He didn't promise peace, he promised meaning. He spoke of pride, of destiny, of a future where Germans would rise again. And slowly, terrifyingly slowly, they listened. Hitler mastered one thing better than anyone of his time: control of belief. He used fear like a weapon, hope like bait, and repetition like hypnosis. Once he gained power, he moved fast, too fast for resistance. Opposition was silenced, media was controlled, loyalty was rewarded, questioning was punished. Germany didn't turn into a dictatorship overnight. It slid into one willingly. And then came the illusion. Hitler stopped listening. At first, he relied on generals, strategists, men who understood reality. But power does something dangerous to the human mind. It convinces you that you are the exception. Victory fed his ego. Each win confirmed his belief that he was chosen, that his instincts were superior to facts. And then came the decision. Against advice, against warnings, against logic itself, Hitler decided to invade the Soviet Union. Operation Barbarossa. It wasn't just a military move, it was psychological arrogance. He believed his will could override winter, that ideology could defeat geography, that belief could replace supply lines. At first, it looked successful. The illusion deepened. But then reality arrived. Winter froze machines, soldiers starved, lines collapsed, and Hitler did the unthinkable. He refused retreat. Any general who suggested withdrawal was removed. Any voice of reason was labeled disloyal. Because in his mind, to retreat was to admit imperfection. From that moment on, Germany wasn't fighting enemies anymore. It was fighting one man's ego. Bombs fell, cities burned, millions died, and Hitler isolated himself, physically and mentally. Locked in bunkers, surrounded only by those who agreed with him, trapped inside his own belief system. Reality was no longer allowed to enter. By the time Berlin collapsed, the war was already lost, not on the battlefield, in the mind. In the end, Hitler didn't face judgment. He didn't face consequence. He chose escape. Alone, defeated, consumed by the very ideology that once empowered him. And here's the lesson history whispers but never screams. Power doesn't destroy you. Unchallenged belief does. Hitler didn't fall because the world was stronger. He fell because he stopped listening to it. And that is how absolute certainty becomes absolute destruction.